Picture this. It's a perfect summer evening. You step onto your deck with your favorite drink, ready to unwind. But instead of swatting mosquitoes every 5 seconds, you're sitting in complete peace. No buzzing, no bites, no toxic sprays. Just you, enjoying your outdoor space exactly as nature intended. What if I told you that 10 simple plants could transform your yard into a mosquito-free sanctuary? Plants that not only keep these bloodsuckers away, but make your garden absolutely stunning. Today I'm revealing the exact plants that luxury resorts use to keep their million-dollar properties bite-free, and you can grow them for the cost of a dinner out. Welcome back, and if you love natural solutions that actually work, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell because I'm constantly sharing gardening secrets that save you money and frustration. And if you find even one of these plants helpful, show me some love with a quick like. It helps more people discover these game-changing tips. Now, I've ranked these plants from good to absolutely incredible, and I need you to stick with me until the very end because plant number 10 is so powerful. It's literally used by 5-star resorts in mosquito-heavy tropical locations. Plus, I'll show you a bonus planting strategy that doubles the effectiveness of any plant you choose. But first, let's start with a plant so common you might already have it. Yet most people have no idea it's a mosquito-fighting machine. Plant 10, Marigolds. These bright, cheerful flowers that cost about $2 at any garden center. Here's what most people don't know. Marigolds contain a compound called pyrethrum, the same natural ingredient found in many commercial insect repellents. It's like having a $30 bug spray growing right in your garden bed. Growing marigolds is almost foolproof. They thrive in full sun, need water only when the soil feels dry, and actually prefer slightly poor soil. The worse your dirt, the stronger their mosquito-fighting compounds become. Space them about 6 inches apart for a solid barrier of protection. Here's a fun fact. NASA studies showed that marigolds can repel mosquitoes from up to 10 feet away. That means one small border can protect your entire outdoor seating area. But if you think marigolds pack a punch, wait until you meet a plant that mosquitoes literally cannot physiologically tolerate. Plant 9. Lavender. Lavender isn't just Instagram pretty. It's a mosquito's worst nightmare. The secret lies in linalool, a natural compound that interferes with mosquitoes' nervous systems. While we smell relaxing floral notes, mosquitoes experience something closer to sensory overload. It's like playing death metal at a meditation retreat. I learned about lavender's power from a French gardener who'd never used bug spray in 30 years. His secret? Strategic lavender placement around every outdoor living space. He told me that in Provence, they've been using lavender to keep insects away since the Roman Empire. They'd scatter lavender in their baths not just for fragrance but for pest control. Plant lavender in well-draining soil with full sun exposure. The key is proper spacing. Give each plant about 18 inches to breathe. Poor drainage will kill lavender faster than a freeze, so if you have clay soil, plant it raised or add sand and gravel to improve drainage. Water deeply but infrequently, letting the soil dry completely between waterings. The bonus? You can harvest lavender for sachets, cooking, and natural stress relief. It's like getting a spa treatment, gourmet ingredient, and mosquito repellent all from one plant. But speaking of multi-purpose plants, our next selection does something that will blow your mind. Plant 8. Catnip. This might surprise you, but catnip is scientifically proven to be 10 times more effective at repelling mosquitoes than DEET, yes, the chemical in commercial bug sprays. A study at Iowa State University found that nepentolactone, the compound that drives cats wild, sends mosquitoes running in the opposite direction. The funny thing is, most people only think of catnip as a cat toy. But indigenous peoples have been using it for insect control for centuries. They'd burn dried catnip leaves around their camps to create mosquito-free zones. Modern research just confirmed what they already knew. Growing catnip is incredibly easy, almost too easy. This plant can take over your garden if you're not careful, so I recommend planting it in containers or designated areas where it can spread without overwhelming other plants. It prefers full sun to partial shade and tolerates poor soil better than most vegetables tolerate premium potting mix. Here's what I love about catnip. It's a gift that keeps on giving. You can dry the leaves for tea, which has a mild calming effect similar to chamomile. You can make natural mosquito repellent by crushing fresh leaves and rubbing them on your skin. And yes, if you have cats, you've got built-in entertainment. But our next plant takes things to a completely different level. Plant 7, lemon balm. Lemon balm is where things get interesting. This plant contains citronella and geraniol, the same compounds found in commercial citronella candles, but in much higher concentrations. Imagine having the power of a dozen citronella candles growing naturally in your yard, working 24/7 without ever burning out. This plant is practically indestructible. It grows in full sun or partial shade, tolerates both drought and overwatering, and spreads naturally to create larger mosquito-free zones. The only challenge is controlling its enthusiasm. Lemon balm can take over if you let it, so consider planting it in contained areas or harvesting regularly. You can use fresh leaves in cooking, dry them for tea, or simply brush against the plants when you're outside to release their mosquito-repelling oils onto your skin. It's like having a natural bug spray dispenser throughout your yard. And if you think lemon balm is aggressive at fighting mosquitoes, wait until you see what our next plant can do. Plant 6, peppermint. Peppermint doesn't just repel mosquitoes, it confuses them. The menthol in peppermint overwhelms mosquitoes' scent receptors, making it impossible for them to locate their targets. It's like throwing a smoke bomb in their navigation system. Here's something most people don't know. Commercial mosquito repellents often contain synthetic versions of compounds found naturally in peppermint. You're essentially growing your own bug spray factory, but this version improves your garden's biodiversity instead of harming it. Growing peppermint requires strategy because it's incredibly aggressive. Plant it in containers or use root barriers to prevent it from taking over your entire garden. It thrives in partial shade with consistent moisture. Think of how mint grows wild near streams, and you'll understand its preferences. The culinary benefits are endless. Fresh mojitos, mint tea, lamb dishes, fruit salads. Plus you can make natural mosquito repellent by steeping fresh leaves in witch hazel for a week. But our next plant is so effective, some countries have actually restricted its cultivation. Plant 5. Tansy. Tansy is the plant that makes mosquito control experts nervous. It contains thujone, a compound so potent at repelling insects that tansy was historically used to preserve meat before refrigeration existed. Medieval cooks would wrap meat in tansy leaves to keep flies and other pests away. But here's why you need to be careful. Tansy is incredibly effective because it's incredibly strong. Some regions restrict tansy because it can dominate native plant ecosystems. Always check local regulations before planting, and if you do grow it, keep it contained and harvest regularly to prevent spreading. Tansy prefers full sun and well-draining soil, but it's drought-tolerant once established. The key is strategic placement. A small amount goes a very long way. Plant it upwind from your outdoor living spaces, so the natural oils carry on the breeze. Historically, people would hang dried tansy bundles in doorways and windows for year-round pest control. You can do the same, creating a natural barrier that works even when the plants are dormant. But if tansy seems too intense for your garden, our next plant offers serious mosquito protection with zero risk. Plant 4. Basil. Sweet basil. Yes, the same herb you use for pasta sauce is a mosquito-fighting powerhouse. It contains eugenol, linalool, and citronella, creating a triple threat that mosquitoes absolutely cannot tolerate. The best part? You get incredible culinary value while creating a pest-free zone. Here's what makes basil special for mosquito control. You need to disturb the leaves to release the oils. Every time someone brushes against the plants or you harvest for cooking, you're releasing a fresh wave of mosquito-repelling compounds. It's like having an automatic spray system activated by daily use. Growing basil requires attention to temperature and moisture. Plant after the last frost. Provide consistent water without waterlogging, and pinch flowers to keep leaves tender. Full sun produces the strongest flavor and highest concentration of mosquito-repelling oils. The varieties matter for pest control. African blue basil and lemon basil are particularly effective against mosquitoes, while holy basil contains the highest levels of eugenol. Plant different varieties for maximum protection and culinary diversity. But our next plant takes the concept of edible mosquito control to an entirely new level. Plant 3. Rosemary. Rosemary is the multitasking champion of mosquito-repelling plants. The oils that make it perfect for roasting potatoes, camphor, cineole, and alpha-pinene, are the same compounds that create an invisible barrier against mosquitoes. It's like having a gourmet kitchen and pest control system in one gorgeous drought-tolerant package. Mediterranean cultures have used rosemary for pest control for thousands of years. They'd burn rosemary branches during outdoor gatherings, creating aromatic smoke that kept insects away while adding flavor to grilled foods. You can use this same technique. Throwing fresh rosemary sprigs on barbecue coals provides dual benefits. Rosemary thrives in full sun with minimal water once established. In fact, overwatering kills rosemary faster than drought. Plant it in well-draining soil, water deeply but infrequently, and resist the urge to baby it. The more stressed rosemary becomes from heat and dry conditions, the more intensely aromatic its oils become. You can harvest rosemary year-round in most climates, and the woody stems make excellent skewers for grilling vegetables and meats. But if you want a plant that provides mosquito protection without any maintenance whatsoever, our next selection is absolutely perfect. Plant 2. Citronella grass. Here's the plant that started the entire citronella industry. Real citronella grass. Not those fake citronella plants sold at big box stores. True citronella grass contains the highest natural concentration of citronella, the compound that gives commercial citronella candles their power. It's like having professional-grade mosquito repellent growing naturally in your landscape. What most people don't realize is that citronella candles contain synthetic versions of oils from this grass, often diluted and mixed with other chemicals. When you grow the actual plant, you're getting pure concentrated mosquito-fighting power without any artificial additives. Growing citronella grass is surprisingly easy in warm climates, though it needs winter protection in areas with hard freezes. Plant it in full sun with regular water, and it will grow into impressive clumps that release mosquito-repelling oils with every breeze. In colder regions, grow it in large containers that you can move indoors during winter. You can harvest the leaves to make your own natural mosquito repellent by steeping them in carrier oil, or simply crush fresh leaves and rub them directly on your skin. The scent is fresh and lemony, infinitely more pleasant than chemical alternatives. But as powerful as citronella grass is, it cannot compete with our number one plant. Plant 1. American beautyberry. American beautyberry is the secret weapon that luxury resorts and high-end landscape designers don't want you to know about. This native North American plant produces compounds so effective at repelling mosquitoes that the U.S. military has studied it for developing natural insect repellents for soldiers in tropical environments. The active compounds in beautyberry, colocarpinol and intermedio, are found nowhere else in nature. These molecules don't just repel mosquitoes, they create an invisible dome of protection around the plant that extends 15 to 20 feet in all directions. It's like having a force field generator disguised as an ornamental shrub. Here's the incredible part. American beautyberry works against mosquitoes, ticks, fire ants, and even chiggers. A single plant provides broader pest protection than any commercial product on the market. During peak mosquito season, people report being able to sit within 10 feet of beautyberry bushes without receiving a single bite, even in swampy conditions. Scientists believe beautyberry evolved these super-powered compounds because it grows naturally in wetland areas where mosquito pressure is extreme. The plant had to develop nuclear-level defenses to survive, and now you can harness that same protection for your yard. Growing beautyberry is almost foolproof. It tolerates everything from soggy clay to sandy drought conditions, grows in full sun or partial shade, and requires zero fertilizer or pest control. In fall, it produces clusters of brilliant purple berries that feed birds and provide stunning ornamental value. You can make incredibly effective mosquito repellent by crushing fresh leaves and rubbing them on exposed skin, or by boiling leaves to create a natural spray. Indigenous peoples have used this technique for centuries, and modern testing proves it works better than many commercial alternatives. Now here's the bonus strategy I promised. The technique that doubles the effectiveness of any plant you choose. It's called layered defense, and it works exactly like military strategy. Instead of planting one type of mosquito-repelling plant, create zones with different plants that work in complementary ways. Start with citronella grass, or American beautyberry, as your primary barrier around seeding areas. Add basil and rosemary near entrances, where people naturally brush against them. Use lavender and marigolds as secondary rings of protection. The key is understanding that different plants release their oils at different times and in different ways. Some work constantly, others activate when disturbed, and some are most effective during specific weather conditions. By combining multiple plants, you create 24/7 protection that adapts to changing conditions. A landscape architect in Florida uses this exact strategy for million-dollar homes, and her clients report 95% reduction in mosquito encounters. The secret is spacing plants so their protection zones overlap, creating seamless barriers with no weak spots. With these 10 plants, you can transform your outdoor space from a mosquito battleground into a peaceful sanctuary where you actually want to spend time. Imagine hosting summer barbecues where guests remember the food instead of the bug bites. Picture reading a book on your patio without constant interruptions from buzzing bloodsuckers. The best part? Every plant I've shared provides benefits beyond mosquito control. You get beauty, fragrance, culinary ingredients, wildlife habitat, and natural pest management, all in one investment that pays dividends for years. If this video helped you discover even one new way to enjoy your outdoor space, hit that like button to help other people find these natural solutions. And make sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on, because I'm constantly sharing money-saving gardening secrets that actually work. Which of these plants are you most excited to try? Drop a comment and let me know. I read every single one and often create follow-up videos based on your questions and experiences. Until next time, keep growing naturally and enjoy your mosquito-free outdoor paradise.